So that when I'm free or when I'm away from my business, there are systems and structures in place that when the gas man comes, I can say the check is in the post, or I can do a direct debit transaction. Do you understand what I mean? So this is the platform that we're speaking on today. It's about your future, it's about your legacy, it's about the place where you see yourself, it's about the place where do you see yourself in 5, 10, 15, 20 years' time? On that day, when everybody is gathered in that great church, on your final day, what will they say about you? What impact did you make? How did you use the talent that God had given you? Did you shy away and hide it, like the unprofitable servant? Or did you say, Lord, you gave me 5 and I'm giving you back 10? So I want to talk to some women who've got 5. How many women in the room have got 5? Some 5 talent women? Let me see your hands. All right, I can see you, I can see you. Even if there's only 2 talent women, let me see your hands. All right, not so many 2 talent women, there's 5 talent. Okay, I know where to pitch this thing. I know where to pitch this. But the thing about this is, it doesn't matter what you've got. All you got to do is just do something. Just turn to the lady beside you and tell her, do something. Turn to the lady on the other side, tell her, do something. Have a B plan. Have a C plan. A D, E, F, G, H, I, however many you need. Because it will prepare you psychologically for when the arrows come. It will prepare you psychologically for when things don't go according to plan. And I'm saying this in context of your ability to develop your entrepreneurial skill. You see, sometimes the challenge isn't that you don't have an idea, it's that you just don't have the confidence. I don't have the resource. I don't have the access. Eniola said something really, really great. Sometimes all you can adore for you, your skill or your talent or your ability is what's going to keep you there. So you can't rely on Eniola's good name to keep you there. You can rely on her good name to get you to the front door. But it's going to be your skill, your desire. So for those of you who are praying, Lord, send a miracle, at the same time as the Lord sending a miracle, you better get your head in your books. You better be studying. You've got to have something up here to give. I remember the first time one of the universities invited me to speak at it's St George's University Hospital. They invited me to speak to their doctors and nurses about their area of social enterprise. So we had doctors and nurses who were developing businesses and turning them into an area of social enterprise. And just for a moment, oh my goodness, you know, the extent of my medical health skills is that of a plaster. I can probably do a bandage if you let me watch a quick YouTube clip. I can do that. But now they've invited me to lecture doctors and nurses about my area of expertise. So even though I prayed and asked the Lord for wisdom, direction and guidance, I still had to have something up here. Do you understand? So what I'm trying to do is get you to take you to a place where you marry your spirit man with your intellect. Marry everything that the Lord has given you, the strength, the power, the belief, the faith, that's what you stand on. But when you walk into that place of entrepreneurship, when you walk, the Bible says that kings will be drawn to the brightness of your rising. They're drawn to your expertise. They're drawn because you've got wisdom. They're drawn because you've got strategies. They're drawn because you've got systems and structures in place that will help you develop something that is sustainable. Is this making sense? So I want you to take 5 seconds and think about that burning idea that won't leave you. That burning desire that you keep on thinking to yourself, if I had the money, this is what I would do. That burning desire that says, Lord, I wish I could. That burning desire that keeps you awake at night. You dream about it. You eat about it. When you speak to your friends are, oh my God, not again. I want you to think about that just for a moment. Then fast forward 5 years. Where is that idea? Some of you have shelved the idea because of the fear of failure. Some of you have shelved the idea because of the fear of making a mistake. But let me tell you, the only mistakes that you learn from are the ones that you survive. And I stand here not because I've had a perfect business career, but I stand here in actual fact because I've made a load of mistakes and I've survived them. I stand here because I've seen the Lord do some miraculous things, and I can come out on the other side and say, wow, is that what I was supposed to do? When I get a second or third chance, I'll do it differently next time. So think about your idea, think about your dream, think about your vision, think about your passion. Am I passionate about this thing? What's the reason, my why? What's the reason why I'm doing this? Your reason must be strong enough. Right now, today, your reason, I'm doing it changed. My reason for doing it, I realized